Tuning in to Smoke Something Podcast.
Hell yeah.
You better have something, boy.
And I want to kind of make a point where, like, everybody here, we kind of like frontline when it comes to different stuff. Like, I know what you frontline with the events. You know what I'm saying? You're very thorough with your process. I know you're very thorough with your process and what you do. You very thorough. Probably the thorough one in here. You're like, all right, bro, we doing this, that time, this and that. And I just want to talk about, like, just being frontline on different shit. Like, how do y'all feel like when y'all come across people who aren't thorough or who aren't, you know what I'm saying, on the same type of time as you? Like, do you look at it as a moment to teach somebody, or do y'all look at it like as far as like, all right, you know?
It depends on if they want the help, though.
I was about to say the same thing. It depends.
You can't help everybody.
No, you can't. You can ask somebody like what you want to do, and at the end of the day, you give them an option. Like I had situations when I'm like, okay, I can give you an option, but I'm not gonna hold your hand through the situation. I can give you an option. You can choose one or the other, and whatever one you pick, that's your outcome. I don't mind giving you the lane, but if you don't want it,
people want you to do it for them,
facts.
not with them.
I want to hold your hand, like hold like I got kids. That's my kids. I hold my kids' hands.
Right.
I ain't about to hold yours. You especially if you an adult. Stay in your lane. I'm teaching you something. I'm trying to help you build. You know, whatever the case may be. That's on you. If you don't want the situation to go the way you want it to be, you.
Right.
You know.
How you feel about it, bro?
I think a lot of times you get mad at the person you're trying to give advice for because of what your expectations of what they're going to use that advice for, because of what you put the value on that advice is, right? And I think when you are giving that advice, you have to submit to the idea that it's for the other person. So you have to eliminate your emotional connection to what you're saying and your emotional investment in it, and remove your expectations from it. So what that helps you do is you just give them the information, and if they accept it, they don't. They might use it. They might use it in a way, and it is valuable in a way you didn't expect, and it brings a different result that you didn't know. So I feel like a lot of times we are offended by a person not valuable in what we worked hard to find out, and not using it in the way that we deem is valuable because of what we felt like we could have did if somebody told us that earlier.
Yeah. Facts. Oh,
So
I like that.
that's the expectation, right? So that's where the offense comes from, when somebody don't really accept your advice, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not necessarily that you care if they implement it or they do it exactly the way you want to, but you're not really giving credit to the effort and the what I had to pay to learn this intangible value, right?
Yep.
So a lot of times we were attached to that, and I just feel like I had to remove my expectation of what I did with the information I gave people. That way I'm not so upset about the income because I'm now emotionally invested in them more than that shit that really got to do with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Because it might not be for them to learn it the way they did and have it easy, because they might, you know what I'm saying, that first car your parent might buy you and souped up and real nice, you flexing hard, it look good, but you ain't work at Farmer Jack bagging and shit to get it, so you smack that motherfucker speeding and shit or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now the next car you buy a beater and shit, and you worked your ass off and that motherfucker rusty, but you still wipe that motherfucker clean and stuff because you had to work and pay hours of your life like your parents did to earn it and pay your first little insurance bill and stuff like that because you went through the experience. The information of how to pay and how to earn and save wasn't valuable. The experience of gathering the information was. Right?
I hear that a lot too, though. I hear like experience. Some people, like, one thing about me, I learn from others, and then I learn from experience. I'd rather, if I see some shit, I come from an area where, I seen some shit. I learned that, okay, let me stay away from that shit. Some people be like, oh, let me see. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
They got to do that. They got to, oh, shit.
Yeah,
like,
too.
you got to understand. That's my thing, too. I always be like, bro, listen to what I'm saying. I've seen the situation. I've been in the situation. But then again, they be like, let me experience it. Okay, now you want to experience it yourself and burn your goddamn self, that's on you.
But I'm going to play devil's advocate, though. It's all about perception and what people feel like you have value for them. So you might try to teach me something, but I know in the back of my mind, you know something that you're not teaching me.
Yeah.
and it's about the progression of how you teaching it.
Yeah.
Like you may know a skill, right? Like people like podcasting. If somebody tell you like, oh yeah, just get in front of the mic and camera, pay the money. That simple. It's not that simple.
No.
So you want to tell them like, hey, this is how you monetize. This is how you set this up. And
People really think this shit just poof into air. Like this shit is easy.
it's not though.
Like,
It's not though.
It's a lot behind these cameras to make this shit look like this. And
Yeah,
niggas
facts.
It's not just talking into an iPhone and walking in between rooms and shit.
Facts. You ain't lying
It's
about that
not
shit. It's
that
not.
easy, fam.
It's not at all.
It take hours of planning and thought process and scheduling and effort and scout locations and shit like that and relationship building and all of that, bro. And then the motherfucker just pop up and watch you for like a couple months and be like, hey, have me on. I want a podcast.
Man.
Like, yeah, nigga, go get it then.
Boy, if you can see our DMs.
Yeah,
You want me to
but
do all the work and like, oh, what's my name? Hey, yo, what up, though? It's your boy, Holland Wolf, man. And we here on the Smoke Something Podcast. Tune in, dog. It's episode 24. Holla at your boy.